what a day here at the Rip Curl Pro, beautiful Bells Beach, and the action continues. Head-to-head, Mick Fanning versus Owen Wright. Kaipogoro along with 89 bell ringer Martin Potter for the call.
With John Florence, one of the best alley-oops I think I've ever seen in the Bells Bowl. And while we're at that break, this is what happened. Two surfers going to do battle here in solid Bells Beach conditions. Mick Fanning up against Owen Wright, and Mick off to a quick start. Tricky waves here this afternoon, Kipes. Bumpy, lumpy face on the bowl here at Bells, and unfortunately Mick Fanning goes down there. Big snap under the lip there, trying to light it up on that inside section. So you're going to have to pick and choose your turns at the right time. There is a little bit of undulations in the face of the wave, but both these guys well and truly understand that.
However, two surfers have had 9 head-to-head combats, with Owen up on that one 5-4, and here we go with Owen Wright off the bottom, 12 o'clock lunchtime, throws the fins. Oh, coming around the section again with a beautiful carve on turn number 2, stands up and ejects off of his board. Right behind him, Mick Fanning. Fanning off the bottom, and that patented Fanning swoop off the top, and a second beautiful turn off the top, and a layback hack for Fanning. Through the lip and close complete. What an exchange. 4 dynamic turns for Mick Fanning, 2 giant turns for Owen Wright. Break it down for us, Potts, as we see Owen come up.
Owen had a bit of a slow start this morning up against Frederico Moraes and Caio Belli. It was kind of a 2-man sort of a heat in that first 3-man heat that Owen surfed, but that is better from him. A couple of mistakes in that heat, but he looks like he is back on track and surfing extremely well. 2 solid maneuvers, 2 maneuvers of quality as this first turn. I mean, beautiful bottom turn, riding a longer board. You can tell he gets to hold that rail, but then it's got that release as well. Owen just throwing the tail out, showing some pizzazz, making it a little bit more critical. We are about to see a solid score drop for Owen Wright straight into the next maneuver. So the synergy between the turns, that combination of major maneuvers is what the judges are looking for out here today, and to make them look so seamless and so effortless, such a difficult thing to do on a very challenging wave. And you can see Owen looking at the beach as if to say, well, judges, did you like that? Right behind him though, Mick Fanning, big swooping maneuver to start off. Watch the positioning that Mick really gets his board at, and you know, he picks those waves that allow him enough time to open up the shoulders and to finish off strong. Mick Fanning never looks like he's rushing when it comes to riding these waves here at Bells Beach. And we're seeing big scores drop from both surfers. First turn there, nice wrap around to get himself in the power source, and he always gets that mid-face turn to maintain that speed down the line. And this turn right here from Mick Fanning, just laying into that turn from the top of the wave, and then you can see not drawing all the way off the bottom, a mid-face turn again to make sure he comes into that last section with a lot of speed. The judges loved it. 2 massive scores. These guys are going back-to-back waves. Owen with 2 solid turns, Mick with 4 very similar scores.
And the scores are in, and Mick Fanning comes up on top with just 0.17 over Owen Wright at 8.67 for his wave. Owen Wright with 8.5. Here's Owen's answer back, and the way he's going to back up that 8.5. Just loving the surfing of Owen Wright, the leverage that he's able to apply. That top turn is just so pleasing and radical at the same time. Here we go off the bottom again, and just looking smooth, on point. Difficult floater through the inside here. Can he get a bonus here? And bangs it, goes complete. That was really difficult at the end. Micro likes it, Tyler loves it. Let's see what the judges think about it.
Well, Micro loves it, Tyler likes it. You like it?
I like it.
Man, you?
That's right.
I think the judges are going to like it too. I mean, that was great surfing from Owen Wright. I like the way he just timed his maneuvers. You know, he didn't try and force the issue. There was a moment there where he could have maybe gone for broke and thrown it up, deciding not to. Coming down and around, that shows unbelievable control to be able to hold those emotions back and not get carried away. First turn, just setting this wave up, waiting for it to steepen. Now it starts getting a little bit more vertical, and that's when he tags it beautifully from Owen Wright. See right there, I thought he was going to throw it up, but deciding not to. Smart move from Owen Wright. That is just in control. Don't get too carried away, and it allowed him a couple of more turns. That was critical stuff right there. And then to get it back up and over in a real tight space. Owen Wright finishing a great wave. An 8.5 on his first proper wave, and this one here is going to be another good score. I like that maneuver just to kick it off. Gets his feet in the right place, draws off the bottom, takes his time, and unleashes the beast. Beautiful maneuver right there from Owen, just throwing the tail out, letting those fins slide, putting a lot of pressure on that front foot and then translating it onto the back foot. Doesn't move his feet. Owen Wright is one of those guys that once he plants his feet on the board, that's where they stay, and big turns will follow. Beautiful extension of the body, utilizing every ounce of the wave, showing some control up and over that white water. Difficult to do. You heard Jordy Smith talk about the fact that he stays away from those kind of situations. I've seen a lot of guys come undone. Owen Wright comes out of the whitewash with an avalanche of white water behind him, and another good score just about to drop for Owen Wright.
Yeah, well, we've talked about the goofy foot versus regular foot, all competition long, every single day. Let's talk about these guys head to head. As I said, 9 matchups. Owen winning 5 of those, Mick winning 4 of those. The latest one happened at the first stop at Snapper Rocks, where Owen got over Mick and went on to win the event. So big stuff and big scores dropping. A 9.1 for the third ride.
Tell us about the surf. That's amazing too, right?
Oh no, the surf is firing. Gladly they called it off yesterday. Just wait for this amazing swell. It's just pumping.
And does this place remind you of home at all? Does it remind you of Portugal? It's kind of a raw environment. You've got the cold water, the big waves.
Fully, it's just like Portugal, point breaks, right-hand point breaks. Just the landscape is pretty similar, and yeah, cold water. It feels like home.
Looks like home, bro. Congratulations, mate. Great heat.
Thank you guys.
All right, yeah. And back to live action. We saw the end of Fanning's ride going incomplete. We just saw Owen Wright come to his feet.
We talk about this being a gladiator arena. I mean, he looked like he's just gone to battle in an MMA fight with a cut over the top eye there. But, you know, that's the danger of our sport. Obviously, Frederico has put all that aside and is surfing incredibly well, feeling at home. But that exchange, Mick Fanning on his way to a fantastic score, looking to drop an 8.94. Kind of pushing the issue right at the end of that one, so it's going to be interesting to see if enough of the work was done. Let's have a look. Just a bit of a smaller wave, and you know, these are the kind of waves that Jordy Smith was picking up. Why? Because they're a bit cleaner, a little bit more inside, hugging that reef a bit better, and Mick Fanning just going to town on this wave. Seamless, radical, beautiful surfing from Mick Fanning, which we come to you know, love here at Bells Beach. Bangs it off the top, and this is where he goes for that 2-for-1 on the inside. Just a little bit too late on that last occasion. Now that doesn't kind of sit well with the judges, but did a lot of hard work up until that point. Owen Wright on the one right behind there. Nice opening maneuver. Caught just a little bit. And over the top again, so waiting for something special to happen here. Upside down. Knew he had to crank it up on that next turn. He missed a few maneuvers on the way, but look at the scores dropping for Mick Fanning with a wipeout at the end of it. Well, we talk about damage done, and what damage it was. Look at that score, Kaipo.
Enough for a 9.6, as high as a 9.8 on the scale, you can see.
So a lot of damage was done, and underneath priority, here he goes again.
Fanning off the bottom. A nice slash off the top, a little bit underneath the lip. Off the bottom again, and drives through a beautiful rail turn back to the power source. Again, gets to the shoulder for a little turn. Mick Fanning loading up here, snaps it, and gets caught up. So not going to improve upon his 8.67. He's going to remain in the lead, and Owen Wright will still have an opportunity to answer back with that 9.18.
We love to get the slow-mo. We get all different angles from it, and you know, Mick Fanning, just one of the best guys to watch technique-wise. You know, he's just such a, like, he reads the wave as good as anyone ever does out here at Bells Beach. And this is why. Look at this turn from here, just in the beautiful position. That front foot comes off, sticks it back on. You can see the concentration. And what Mick does is he doesn't get too carried away down the line. He gives every individual turn his utmost attention, which you really have to do here at Bells. The wave is not, it is far from perfect. There's a lot of imperfections in it. There's a lot of lump and bump. There's a lot going on, and Mick understands that and identifies it probably better than anyone. So focus on each turn, give each turn your undivided attention, and that will equal big scores. So Mick Fanning finds himself in the lead with a 9.6 as the highest score. Owen Wright looking for a 9.818.
Doesn't sound like a bad schedule. Over to Commune and then to the Mentawais. Here we go with live action. Big opportunity for Owen Wright. Nice first turn, getting the ball rolling, carving through this easy section, setting it up. You can see him stomping on the tail of his board. Another backhand carve, going to look for something dynamic in the end, and just gets caught up on the heels there.
Yeah,
Potts.
one little mistake, that's all it takes. I mean, I reckon he was on his way to something special here after this first turn. Look at that beautiful swooping bottom turn, and just to be able to put that board in that position right there, waiting for it, waiting for it. Nice swooping maneuver again. Now watch over here as he comes off the bottom, hits the brakes, obviously stomping on the tail. Right there, just stopped him in his tracks, and that just put him behind. So unfortunate right there for Owen Wright. Goes down, and he's going to go back to the drawing board. You can see the oohs and the ahs from the family.
And here we go with Mick Fanning. Rolls into this one, big wall on the bowl. Carves a beautiful top turn. Fanning off the bottom, long bottom turn, and just hacks that turn number 2. Comes around this section. What's he got for us? A little bit late to the party there. More open faces he's on the search for. Little layback under the lip, and Fanning.
Oh, and Mick Fanning moves through to the quarterfinals, gets one back, and evens up the score with Owen.
5-5 for the head-to-head matchup, even Steven between Owen Wright and Mick Fanning. Mick Fanning on to the quarterfinals, and Owen Wright's going to take home a 9th at Bells. Not a bad Australian leg, but here we go. Mick Fanning, look at the scores. You know, as high as a 9.3, and this man is on the hunt for a 5th bell.